There is a phrase used in the Philippines, "Kumain ka na ba?" which roughly translates to, "Have you eaten?" This phrase has become a form of greeting used from one individual to the other. To Filipinos, eating isn't simply just a biological way of life. It's an essential form of communication. Getting together with friends and family usually involves some kind of eating, often sharing of food, thereby also reinforcing bonds of solidarity.
People think that food history is only about collecting recipes, old recipes, and learning to cook them.
Merienda today is different from how merienda was before. But how did merienda get intertwined into the Filipino culture while growing up?
Maalala niyo, it's always the mommy, the grandmother, or the yaya will always ask you, "Oh, teka lang, hinga ka muna." So I think the purpose really is like to take a break, refresh yourself so that you can continue whatever you're doing.
The food experience in the Philippines does not only consist of the meal times, it's not just merely a time of day, but an aspect that is part of culture and that is the very idea that merienda expresses. With a hustling and bustling place like Manila and an evolving generation, where does one still appropriately find the time for merienda? Merienda is going to be a path that isn't just a break time being served from home. With new food innovations coming into play, even merienda is starting to get its own take on fine dining experience.
Maybe there's a story behind that. For me, it's like the fine dining or the innovation is trying to recreate those dishes so that you get curious about the dish and then eventually that will spark curiosity.
Food history is about being inventive. So many wonderful inventions have been made because of cooking.
Even with fine dining, what makes food Filipino, especially during merienda when served, is the values that come through in a Filipino individual. It goes to show how merienda and Filipino food reflect on the relationships that are built into Filipino society.
So if we keep that kind of relationship, I think merienda will stay.
There is a story in every bite. And that story includes the story that you can tell about what you are eating. This is the time. Tell stories about what you're eating. That's going to make the food taste even better.